Well, I think that when the two leaders met on February 4th, just before the Olympics, Vladimir Putin himself probably did not have in mind a massive, major military operation by Russia in Ukraine. So he certainly may have told Xi Jinping that he had some intention to use military forces. He may have outlined the possibility of a very short incursion, or he may not have provided details. So some people posit that Xi Jinping was snookered or played. I myself don't think that Xi Jinping felt that he was in any way lied to or misled, because I think Putin himself at that moment did not know exactly what he was going to do. Now, whether Vladimir Putin then kept Xi Jinping informed as he can change his mind and as this notion of the major military operation, as that decision was made, that I don't know. But I think that Xi Jinping likely felt somewhat sympathetic with Russia's position, because after all, the Chinese truly believe that it was NATO expansions and the 5 waves of NATO expansion, as they say in their statements, that is really responsible for this war. They do not blame Russia.
So now the war is underway, and it's of course taken on this huge scale that has been very, very destabilizing in the world, politically but also economically. The markets have been in turmoil, commodity prices are soaring. It's not good for the Chinese economy. How unhappy do you think Xi Jinping will be by the simple facts of what are happening now?
I think China is very uncomfortable with the current situation, in part because it has aligned itself, of course, so closely with Moscow, and the Russians are killing large numbers of civilians. This is a very bad look for China, which has just in the last day or so vetoed the International Court of Justice order to Moscow in the war, and yet again China sided with Russia even as it is killing civilians. I do not think this is a comfortable position for China to be in. But you highlight another important aspect, and that is the instability of the global economy. When Xi Jinping spoke with Chancellor Scholz and the French President Macron, he also emphasized concerns about the global economy. China is, as you know, very connected to the global economy, does not want to see instability in markets, and surely would like to see an end to this war. But I would emphasize that it wants an end to this war in which Moscow is not enfeebled, Russia is not, severely weakened as a country, and so I think that is important for China. And China has indicated that it might in some way be willing to help to bring an end to this war, but the reality is it has not stepped up. It has done very little to help bring an end to this war. But of course, as time goes on, if this war continues to rage, Chinese interests will be increasingly, I think, damaged, and Xi Jinping himself will come under criticism, not only abroad, but potentially at home. Xi Jinping faces a very important party congress in the fall, where he is slated to get a third 5-year term in office, and I am sure he does not want to put that at risk.
So could you just encapsulate the degree to which China really is supporting Russia? Because of course we've seen it abstain at the United Nations, at the Security Council, and the General Assembly. You mentioned the veto on that other point. How far has it leaned towards supporting Russia really openly?
Well, I think that in the area of rhetoric, of declaratory policy, that China has sided quite clearly with Russia. Has an interest in the UN Charter, as it says, and defending its own, upholding its own